Hello there guys, as we are finally here. We are at the finale of Marble Clash Competition Season 2. As we are finally here with event number 16. This is the Marathon. A great way to start the final event here for this season. And we're going to see who is going to be taking it all and who's going to be the champions of Season 2. In the overall standings, the Kelvin Cosmos are in the lead over Paintballers and the Aliens, and meanwhile only the top 8 can still win the championship. So we're going to take a look at this exam run here to show the course. So the way how this event works is that there will be 10 rounds, and all 60 in the marbles are going to be going down the course, and just try to finish the course as quick as possible. Points are going to be dependent on each of your placements, and after 10 rounds, whoever has the most points wins. And that's basically the whole event here, and all they just need to do is try to get a good results throughout all 10 races. So anything can really change around here. So we see we have the marbles representing each team, and these are the points list that will be represented here. First is 16, second is 15, third is 14, and then all the way down to 16, which is 1. And also a DNF will cost 0 points. As we look at the first race here, let's say that's Seashell. For the Seashell size here, it's the captain taking the lead over the captain of the Paintballers, Splat. And it looks like Seashell is going to take the win over Paintballers and Lyra for the Shining Stars. And it looks like some marbles are taking their time. Those two are slightly at the back. Both of them were Noodles and Ripe, both taking 2 and 1 points respectively. So it looks like Seashell for the Seashell Sightseers is going to be taking the early lead in the points haul. We're going to see what the total results. Are after the 5th race, and then we're going to do the grand reveal after the final race to see what the final tally scores are. Now let's move on to race number 2, and off they go. The orders change depending on reverse order of the finish of the last race. And meanwhile, Ripe is in the lead, but now is transferred to Mantis, but now is transferred to Lyra. And Lyra is going to take the win over Chocolate Bananas and the Malachi Mantises. As everyone just takes their time finishing the race. Paintball takes second to last there. Not looking good for them. And Firecracker falls all the way at the back for the Frenzy Fireworks. That team currently sits in 4th in the standings. One of the teams that have contention to win the championship. But I don't know if that's going to be a good result here. If they decide to pull off a not so good result. But they will be starting at the front as we're going to be heading into race number 3. And they are off. Around the funnel. Who's going to be taking the early lead here? And I believe that is Team Acid. That is the reserve Alkali. Wait, they got stuck! Alkali got stuck, and it looks like Noodles from the Ramen Bombshell is going to take the lead and will take the win in the 3rd race. And with a big pile up there for 4th place. As everyone else just takes their time, Alkali fell all the way back. They fell all the way back to 11 as I just saw the grid there. Not so great there for Team Acid. So it looks like, yeah, they did get stuck there. It looks like someone managed to break them free. As look at that from Noodles from the Ramen Bombshells, taking a big lead there and taking an easy win with 16 points for race 3. Now we head into race number 4. Who's going to get the win next? Who's in the lead there is Alkali for Team Acid again. But they get stuck again, and this time it goes to Team Clear that is also reserved Lucid. We'll just look at that from the close finish. Oh! Really close there between Lucid and Cold. But it looks like Lucid for Team Clear just barely beats out Cold for the Kelvin Cosmos. It was a really tight finish there. And let's see what happens. Oh no! Alkali is still stuck in that same spot. So that means they are getting themselves a DNF, and that will get them 0 points. Now I really want to see. Let's see that replay again to see how close that finish was. Right there. Ooh, Lucid just barely had the edge there. Cold tried to get around, but it wasn't able to. But now we're heading into race number 5. Who is gonna get the win next? And who's gonna take the lead? It looks like that is Trident for the Poseidons in the lead. They have a big lead now, but look at Noodles trying to catch up to them. Can they try to get around? No, they cannot. Trident takes the win in race 5 over Noodles and Lyra. And everyone else just takes their time finishing. Is it a... Wait, what the heck? Oh, those two falling behind. What? How did those two just... I don't know how, but they were really straggling a lot back there. But nicely well done there by Trident. Took a bit of a straight turn there. Tango with Noodles there, this time in the second half of it. Tries to get around, but sadly wasn't able to. Just nearly avoided that middle obstacle there. Meanwhile, after 5 races, it looks like Lyra actually has the lead with 64 points over Rain for the Lightning Pirates with 60 points. And judging by score, as right now, it seems that, again, officials saying that the Aliens actually have a contention to win the championship as of race 5. And as we're looking at race 6 now, as we're looking at Noodles who has the lead. Splat right behind in second. Mine got passed up by Firecracker, but Noodles takes an easy win there over Splat and Alkali. It's like Mantis and Mono both take the top 5 positions just barely over Plant. And it's BC and Lyra rounding out the top 8. Anyone stragglers? No, we have 3 DNFs! Looks like Cold for the Kelvin Cosmos, Trident for Poseidon, and Lucid for Team Clear have all gotten stuck. That could be a good opportunity. Cold for the Kelvin Cosmos has just been doing a bit average around the results. That DNF could really hurt them there. But well done there by Noodles as they have themselves a second win here, I would seem. But we'll see what changes here as we're looking at race number 7. Who's going to take an early lead? It looks like that's Trident, but the Poseidon's in the lead. And we're going to be able to overtake. No, so far, but it looks like Trident has the lead and will take a win here over Cold for Kelvin Cosmos. Chocolate Bananas take a 3rd place result, followed by Malika Incidents and the Paintballers. Burning Squad and then Motocross straggling at the back. Very slow here. But yeah, this is still getting pretty close here. We're only down to 3 more races after this one. As we're looking at Trident, just trying to find a way around. Nearly got passed up by Ripe there. Looking cold, trying to make a good maneuvering on the right side because that was the quicker way there. Now we're down to 3 more races. It's going to be really close to see who's going to take it all. So far right now, it looks like that's Alkali in the lead once again. Rain Red Lightning Pirates in second. And then, oh, Team Acid hits the obstacle. Oh, when it hit the wall and it slowed down a lot and lost the lead and also second place. Launch for Guardian Squad takes that win there. Rain for Lightning Pirates gets second. Alkali takes 3rd. Ooh, Species for Aliens straggling at the back there. Oh, we got a DNF from Noodles from the Robin Bombshells. That could lose the attention of them to take the lead. They might lose their lead there if they are. I don't really know. Let's see right there. Alkali gets hit that wall again and lost all their speed. And just lost 1st and 2nd place there, but nearly lost 3rd as well over Chocolate Bananas. Now we're down to 2 more races. Who is going to take it all? It's going to be a big reveal to see who's going to be winning in the final race. Meanwhile, right now, Lightning Pirates have to lead with Rain. Lucid for Team Clear right behind in second. It's getting really closer, but Rain has the lead and will get the win over Team Clear and Kelvin Cosmos. It's still relatively close. Who's going to take last here? Oh no, it's the Paintball versus Splat. Well, that could go bad for them. But they get themselves a good advantage here because they are going to be starting in the front position for the final race. And that's Rain for Lightning Pirates. I don't know if that is... So far, I don't think they had gotten themselves a single win if I remember. Whoa, wait, why am I saying they won this one? That's going to be really close. We're down to the final race. Who is going to take the win in the last race for this event? And who's in the lead? It's Splat for the Paintballers. Chocolate Bananas right behind in second, followed by Mantis. Now Mantis trying to catch up to Splat. Is Splat going to hold on to the final race? Yes, he will. Will that make any changes to the final scoring? We're going to have to find out as the officials are going to be tallying the final scores up. Until we get ourselves a big reveal to see who's going to win it all. Alkali for Team Acid taking last there. But well done there by Splat. Is that going to be enough for that last race win to be able to win the championship? We're going to find out and see how the results tally. And we're saying, look at the final scoring. Let's look at a Splat here. Taking an easy win here. And what's the final scoring? And it looks like Splat has actually done it! They have clinched themselves a bronze, which is actually enough for them. With that, the Paintballers, the hosts of this season, have actually gotten themselves to clinch the championship. Unbelievable story here for the Paintballers to unseat with known as the host curse in any other competitions for marbles, and they have outdone themselves here. Congratulations to them. They will finish it off with a bronze here. Well done to Lightning Pirates getting the silver, and the Shining Stars with Lyra for taking the gold. And throughout all 16 events, we have gone ourselves through crazy twists and turns throughout all of these events, and that was a really amazing season to have. But one has managed to outdone themselves. The hosts of the season, the Paintballers, have clinched the championship as the champions of Marble Clash Competition Season 2. This team managed to do pretty surprisingly amazing in the second half there. Managed to make a really amazing comeback just to clinch it all. And rounding out the podiums are the Kelvin Cosmos, who managed to do surprisingly well this whole season, who were known as the runners-up from B League in Season 1 of the Constellation Clash. They will get themselves a second place result, and coming in third place is surprisingly the Shining Stars, who managed to get themselves an amazing result after getting 2 gold medals into the final 3 events. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching this whole season, and with that, we're going to be going to the closing ceremony, and we'll stay tuned for Season 3 of the qualifiers. Thanks for watching everyone, and with that, see you next time.